Hi, this is Chuck, and this is Notes from the Master's Class on Sunday, June the 8th, 2014. And you may have heard talk from the experts that we're going into a period from yesterday the 7th until the 1st of July when things are sort of reversing or going retrograde or whatever you want to call it. And the experts tell us that during this period it's not wise to sign legal documents or make contracts, and it's wise to assume that things will be lost and communications will be missed. But it's most wise to use this period from now until the end of June to reflect, to reinterpret, to review all the things that are current in your mind and on your schedule, and see if there isn't some new information for you to deal with in these areas. One of the things that's happened in this century, to a far, far greater extent than we had toward the end of the last century, is the appearance of many, many, many healers. People with particular training or particular modes of healing, but they've all sort of shown up. And if you look around, you'll hear either somebody talking about their being a healer or somebody talking about having gone to a healer. And the interesting thing about this is it reveals that we have a lot to be healed about. But one of the things we apparently don't talk about is, what is that? What's caused our need to be healed? And one of the things that's clear to me, and it may be to you as well, is a lot of us are walking around with a lot of hurt. We've been hurt by each other, we've hurt ourselves, and we've been hurt by life. And one of the big hurts that we're all dealing with is that we will never be able to recreate, revisit, or re-experience the past. With all the talk today about how the changing of the ages and the new energies coming into the planet and all the rest of it, which sounds great and certainly must be. But still, each one of us is walking around saying, oh wow, I miss that, I want that, I wish that could happen. And we know in a very kind of painful way that that's gone, and what has replaced it is not something of equal importance or facility, it's the unknown. And the combination of hurt from the past and fear of the unknown is something that is affecting all of us, whether we want to admit it or not. Now, if we admit the fact that we're hurt, which is why we're seeking healing, then we've already gotten halfway there. Because once we realize and admit that we are hurt, we open up the door for all kinds of things to come to us to heal that hurt. I don't think that being hurt or being fearful or being damaged or being attacked are the normal way that God intended any of us to live. I believe that we were put here to find peace. The indigenous peoples all say that their interpretation of the world is, this is a garden. And we were placed in this garden by the Divine Mother that we could enjoy it and be happy in it and experience peace. And somehow or another, we've lost sight of that as being even a possibility. So what's the solution then for the situation where you may find yourself hurt, or I might find myself hurt, and we both might need to be healed? Here is a portion of the solution. We need to step back in the next 23 days or so and look at what we've been through in the last year or 2 years, and then look at what we see ahead of us. And a wise old man once told me in one of our interviews that when he got to the point where he didn't know what to do, and he was responsible for leading about 200 people on a long, long journey, what he did was, when he didn't know what the next step, even the possible next step might be, he simply sat down and he prayed, and he asked God, show me the way. Show me the way. Now maybe that rings a bell with you. Maybe that lets you think, well, now wait a minute. If I ask for that kind of healing and that kind of guidance from the great Creator, it might just appear. And the truth is, not only it might just appear, but if you're quiet enough and patient enough, it will appear, and it'll probably surprise you. The only way to know if your mission on earth is finished is that if you're still here, it's not finished. And God is no more going to abandon you than he would abandon anybody else. And he knows what your next step will be. And if you'll wait for him, just wait for him, he will show you in exquisite detail the path that, if you take it, will leave you happy, fulfilled, and satisfied. Now, I recommend that you listen to this twice, because there's a lot here that I'm even listening to as I say it. But there is before all of us an opportunity to continue the journey with achievement and peace and interaction and joy. And that's what I'd like, and I think that's what you'll like too. This is Chuck. This is Notes from the Master's Class, and we'll see you again shortly. Thank you.